So guys, today I am replacing or patching up a door. The client wants me to patch up a door. Usually I wouldn't attempt this, but I'm feeling good today, so I've taken a sample with my Stanley knife so I can get a colour match paint, but I'll show you what I'm going to use to patch this up. So once you've cut out your sample piece for a colour match of paint, you're going to want to get rid of any sticky bits, nothing that's sticking out. So with your utility knife, just give it a bit of rough up, clean it up a bit, because yeah, the product that I'm going to show you what I use to patch this up. It's going to need something to grip onto, and you want it a little rough, so it's got something to grip onto. So you just, I know it looks a bit savage, but you want it rough, so the product's got something to stick on. And then obviously clean it all up, get rid of any loose particles. I can see from this, just from the paint, that the original paint that's on top didn't have any primer put on. It's a big no-no. Always use primer. Believe me, I've been through this before, where the paint just doesn't stick properly. Alright, so that's pretty rough. It's got something to grip on now. Now I'll show you the product that I'm going to use. Builder's Bog. Saw it, nail it, file it, paint it. This is a filler that I use quite a bit in a lot of my work, a lot of patch work actually. So this is the filler part. The red stuff the bottle comes with is the hardener. So the more you put of this into that and mix it together, the harder it's gonna dry a lot quicker. So I'll just put it together and then I'll get the camera back on. So this stuff is incredibly sticky. Highly recommend not using any of your good scrapers or blades. If you want, wear gloves, highly recommend it. Unfortunately I don't have any on me. So for my purpose, I just need a little bit to basically fill in that little patch that you've seen in the door. So this stuff is usually red in nature, so a little bit of hardener, not very much is it. So you want to get it into a nice smooth, I guess, toothpaste like nature appearance. So you want it all nice and pink, and just mix it together, and this will dry in probably 15 minutes. In the meantime, while it's drying, we'll go to probably Bunnings actually. I've found a new paint shop. They know their stuff and they colour match and they're really good, great friendly service. But just for my purpose, Bunnings is a little closer this time, so I might as well just go to Bunnings. Alright, so that's dried up, starting to dry, harden. So I'm going to start applying to the door. And I just want to get it nice, firmly in there. Don't worry about all these bubbles and grooves. They will come out with sandpaper, and I'm going to pop some other product on top of this to smooth it all out. So for this, exactly the purpose of it. I just want it to fill in the filler, fill in the hole. So don't get too caught up on making it nice and pretty, because we're going to come back once it's completely dried and give it another coat of another product. Alright, so that's it for now. I'm going to head off to Bunnings and get my palette colour match paint. Remember, you want to get the sides as well. You want a nice smooth transition from the original to the patchwork. Now that, as you can see, I've sanded it back, it's very smooth, there's no lip, very good transition from the original to the actual filler. See all these lines here from the sandpaper? You're going to want that. So next step as well is try and rough up the outer bits of just outside the plaster as well, the filler, because we're going to use a bit of top coat or plastering to give it a nice smooth finish, so you won't see any of these divots. And we want this to be, we want the plaster to be able to grip onto something, so you've got to give this a nice good smooth clean with a damp cloth and get rid of all the debris, the dust, all these little fine particles, paint, and we'll fill it with top coat. Clean cloth, good rinse, just damp, that's all. You don't want it soaking wet, just damp. Just give it a quick wipe, get all the dust, debris off, let that dry, and we'll get the filler ready. Top coat filler, I mean. Alright, there she is. We'll get the top filler. When I say top filler, I mean topping compound. Use it for chip rock, but it is also good for smoothing out any patchwork. So I'm really just doing a top coat, exactly that. Very fine coverage of the patchwork that we've just done. So the more you play with this top coat, the wetter it gets, the more smoother it is, the less sanding, and you get rid of all the bubbles and granules. So the scraper size you want to use is obviously as big as the filler itself, the patchwork here itself, and we're just going to apply it. Take this, you get the idea. I just got to get the patching right. I need two hands, unfortunately. So this is what it's going to look like when it's spread out. Don't get too concerned with the lines. We're going to sand that back and it will look smooth as butter. So as you can see, it's pretty good so far. It's going to end up really well. So I'm going to do a video on how to do plaster work, and when people say feather it in, you may have heard that term when you're YouTubing. What they mean is you want to put weight to the, say the left side, and then if you look at it, so if you're pushing down, you want to push down and have it that way, and then scrape along. And that's what they mean by feathering. So when I do it, you won't see it here, but I'd be pushing down that way and then going down across to get the transition from the original to the patch filler work. So I'll let that dry. I'll probably clean up first clean up all my gear, and if it's still not dry in time, I'll get the heat gun on it to speed things along, because I've got a few other jobs to get to today. Okay, so now we're back. Got my sanding block. This is 400 grit. Again, circular motion. You want to make sure it's nice and smooth. Get rid of all these divots, and remember the transition. It's all about transition. Let me get those side bits. Buddy. Alright, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Just gonna tidy that one up, and then she'll be ready for prime. You need to prime it. Very important step. A lot of people just whack the paint onto the door. Primer actually helps the paint stick to the door. It's like glue basically. You need to use it, okay? Alright, so this is our patchwork. We've got the primer, got to prime. It's a must. Chuck the primer on. So I might actually prime this whole door, given that the primer wasn't done on the undercoat. That's our first coat of primer, and this is quick dry primer, so it'll take 15 minutes to dry. Another very important tip that you need to do to know really is what roller to use. Do not use ones for the wall. See, it's got the nap size, so the nap is basically the thickness of how much fur is on there, and if you use that on the door, you'll see all this very much texture wall look like this. Like you see, it's all textured, whereas if you use like a this one is for doors, and you want a smooth finish. So we're using high gloss, or we're using semi-gloss on this door actually. And on the door you can see the difference between textures. So this is a nice smooth finish, and you can see this is very granular, grainy like. So very important top tip, always use the correct roller for the correct job that you're doing. Alright, so that's 2 coats of undercoat primer, and now we'll be ready for the top coats, the actual paint that we got color matched. So that's what it looks like now. It's still drying, and we'll come back and do the top coat shortly. So all you need really for a door is 1 litre. I've used the premium product, Dulux Wash and Wear, because obviously a door gets all grimy. You want to be able to wash it easily without paint coming off. So I'm going to give this 2 coats, and I'll show you the end product. Alright, so that's 1 coat down. Oh gee whiz, eh? Not bad. Not bad. Pretty good. Second coat. Oh, you can see it just slightly there. But we'll give her a second coat. Well, we've got to let it dry first and give her a second coat. Let's see where we're at. there's the end product, guys. I ended up doing a third coat on that area. There's a few divots that I should have sanded down a little bit more, but just nothing another coated paint couldn't have patched up really. Really happy with the way it's turned out. It is still a little wet with the paint. Obviously I can't stay, I've got other jobs to go to, but as you can see, you can't even see any lip where the patch job was, so very happy with that. If you took anything away from this, please like, subscribe, it really helps out the channel, and it takes a lot of time to do all of these editings, so a little appreciation goes a long way. Thanks guys, bye.